We were told to try this.
Because these badass motherfuckers
Told us to go berserk.
all that and more.
Cody, what's next, man?
I don't know, I'm feeling downhearted right now.
Welcome to episode 15 of the Super Media Brothers podcast. I am Midnight Agent Raw.
And oh, look, a pink clown.
Oh, pink, what? Pink cloud. Where'd it go? Over there. Went that way?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Now I'm disconnected from everything.
Oh, fuck. Well, I was going to say, here it comes, but, you know. Hi, guys.
Welcome.
Hi. We are on location.
Out in Houston, Texas.
Fuck yeah. At Stereo Live.
We are live at live.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're live now, but when you listen, it's,
Recorded.
Yeah. We are out here to catch the Pegboard Nerds on their Revenge of the Nerds 2017 tour.
And they happened to come by close to our hometown, so we had to take the chance to, like we said, try this.
Yes, exactly. As you know, Cody and I always generally try to keep up with the Monster Cat community as far as music releases or just new artists or anything of the sort. This is the first time that we actually are getting to catch one of the artists on a tour.
Mm-hmm. One of the main artists too, like one of the legendary ones out of the group.
Yeah, and they've been on the label for quite some time.
Yeah, they've been since like at least the first year.
Oh yeah, and I mean, they these guys have been around since 2005 though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they've been around a while, and then Monster Cat started in 2011.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, for a good part of their career, they've been on the Monster Cat label.
And I think that's where a lot of their popularity just skyrocketed and spiked from there.
Oh, absolutely. But like we were saying, this is honestly, if I'm not predicting, if I'm saying correctly, this is our first EDM show.
Mm-hmm. Now, granted, we've seen like our own fair share of like kind of halvesies or just a little bit of the type. Because I've seen like a DJ set performing live for Chromeo named Wave Runner before they came on. And then, the nightclub scene out here in Houston, I came to one of the clubs, and it's kind of similar, but not an actual concert with a big name like DJ or producer, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. And same here. And I'm not sure because we didn't really catch who was going to be on the bill with these guys. I know that on the tour, they had, across the dates they were doing, they had a slew of opening acts.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't really catch who was going to be on the bill for this one, if there is going to be anybody on the bill.
Well, I mean, considering it's a 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. time slot, I mean, they can't last 5 hours by themselves. So I would assume they would have at least one or two other opening acts to go with them to kind of break away another hour or two before they show up.
Yeah, because Demura, Gammer, Liquid Stranger, Riotin, and Unlike Pluto and Yuki were the 6 artists that they were having a special guest on this tour. And on the poster that we shared on our Facebook page, you can see they have little symbols that say, who's going to be with them at whatever venue. But there's a lot on here that they don't have, little markings next to them. And man, you said 9 to 12 or 9 to 2?
9 to 2.
Man, wouldn't it be some shit if we got like quite a few of these guys on this one?
I know, that's what I'm thinking. Especially Unlike Pluto. If Unlike Pluto's in here, god damn.
I know, then it'd really be it already is kind of like a bang for your buck.
Pretty much. Okay, y'all, get this. The tickets went on sale a couple months ago, right? I was expecting them to be like a good $30-$40 minimum per ticket. VIP tickets total for 2 tickets was $30. No
right.
Shit.
Yeah.
And that basically means we get in first to the very front of the line or the front of the stage.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah, dude. And it blew my mind when you fucking told me that, because I was like, because when you sent me, you were like, yeah, I got them. And I was like, oh, well, fuck, how much were they? And you're like, $30. And I was like, that's not bad per ticket. And he was like, no, together. I was like, holy fuck.
Right.
And, the Pegboard Nerds, I've seen footage of them live, and they're energetic. And they put on a hell of a show. And typically speaking, I've seen them perform anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half, depending on where they're at and who they're with. I'm just really excited to see how this differs, because like Cody said, we've been to different shows before, and most of the shows that I've attended have been rock shows and things like that. So this is an entirely new experience for me personally, and I'm sure it is for you as well.
I mean, this is almost like a rave, but not as much of that kind of environment, more of just the energy behind it, just that free jumping around, being crazy, loopy and shit. You know, it has that really positive vibe to it that makes you just want to be energetic with the actual artist in front of you, because I did the same thing. I've seen them do live skits here and there, or live shows, I mean, on YouTube and stuff, and they're all over. Like, they're just jumping up and down with everybody else.
Yeah, and what I think is cool about that is, you know, sometimes those artists, they don't necessarily sit there and, like, really talk to the crowd. Some of them just don't, you know. Some of them, they just do their set, and that's it. And these guys are, you know, trying to hype you up too. Like, they see the, not necessarily that the crowd would be dying, but they're just like, you know, get the fuck up, and you're like, yeah, I'm already up, fuck.
See, it's not saying anything, it's saying just peg more nerds.
Well then, if it's just them, they might play a longer set.
Well, hopefully. I mean, it's 5 hour gap. I mean, they got to play at least 3 hours, 4 hours.
Right. But what we're here to do on this half of the podcast is kind of go through maybe what we expect, you know, or what we think the show will entail, or maybe some of the songs they might play, or, you know, just a review, and also, like, on the latter half, a review in general, which I'm pretty sure we're going to love it regardless, but we'll give a review as far as song selection, if there's, you know, an abundance of, like, visual things happening, crowd vibe. Crowd vibe to me is very important at a show. Because I've been to some really awesome, like, I've been to some shows where the bands were fucking amazing, but the crowd was just dead. And to me, that kills the whole fucking vibe, because it's a connection between the audience and the artist. And if you don't have that, you know, the magic's gone.
Yeah, exactly.
But something I want you to do, just because you're the one that kind of noticed all this shit. When we pulled up to the venue, we got here pretty early, because, I mean, this venue actually has parking, and you don't have to pay to park here. It's I wouldn't fucking notice it unless you said something, because, I mean, there's a big goddamn billboard staring at me. It says Stereo Live, but there's so many fucking trees on the road.
Yeah, you couldn't even see it from a distance unless you see, like, the LIV part, and that was it. And I was like, oh, there it is. Where?
From a distance. But dude fucking. We came up here and we saw where the VIP section was. And then we kind of pull up, and it's where the ticket booth is. And then Cody just looks over, and there's a list of Stereo Live's policies. Now, every venue has a policy list, and we're not saying that these are like, oh, this is fucking stupid. We're giggling at
a good bit of these.
Yeah. Why don't you run down the list of things that we saw? And some of these are, you know, you'll say, okay, I understand that, and then some of these you're just kind of like, what in tarnation?
Well, we have this. Stereo Live policies. Acceptable IDs include U.S. passport, passport card, military ID, permanent resident card, driver's license, or other state photo ID cards issued by Department of Motor Vehicles or equivalent, a foreign government-issued passport, DMB issued temporary license accepted with alternative form of photo ID, expired license. Prohibited items.
I love that you had your Texas accent going for that one. Of course.
No, on front of every single one of these, there is no illegal substances, drugs, or drug paraphernalia, pets, laser pointers, LED gloves, or LED micro lights used for light shows, glow sticks, pacifiers, or dust masks. Weird. Large chains or spiked jewelry, balloons, balls, well, we're fucked.
Yeah.
Inflatable balls or frisbees. No backpacks, camelbacks, or boat bags. What? Large purses or bags. Stuffed animals or dolls, included plush backpacks. No outside food or drinks. No weapons of any kind. Blah, 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 blah. No professional recording equipment, photo, video, or audio. No video cameras, no whistles, air horns, or other loud noise devices. Accepted items. All have yes.
Yes.
Small bags, a single compartment purse, max 12 by 12.
12 by 12, like,
yeah. Non-professional flash still cameras, cell phones, sunglasses, lighters, packs of cigarettes, sealed wrapped tampons.
Sorry, that, like, I didn't mean to cut you off, but okay. Okay, that should be something that's acceptable regardless. Like, you shouldn't have to put, yes, this is acceptable.
Like, who did you have to tackle for a wrapped tampon? Like, seriously, did you have to get, like, security on the bounce them out? It's like, you have a wrapped tampon. Security. Somebody got a wrapped tampon, and I'm offended.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Earplugs, sealed chapstick and lip gloss, sealed packs of gum, costumes, signs, and posters. If you have any questions regarding alternative forms of ID, that's not fun.
Well, when we looked at the VIP entrance, this is what blew our mind.
No hats or shirts.
Like t-shirts.
Now, what are acceptable forms of clothing at this point? Do you have to wear button-up, polos, vests?
Because if that's a thing... Oh, it also said no sports shoes. Motherfucker, I'm wearing some Nikes right now because I didn't want to be uncomfortable standing up for fucking 7 hours.
Why in the hell would a sports shoe cause any issues? Like, that's my question here.
Well, the only thing that I can think of is that if they're hosting what would be considered a, quote, classy event, but...
This is far from that.
Yeah, and not to mention, we just drove fucking 3 hours from Lake Charles, Louisiana to get to Houston, Texas to see this show. Now...
Not to be turned around by a policy saying we can't wear shirts or sports shoes.
Because, motherfucker...
I paid $30 for this show.
Uh-huh.
We're going to see it.
And we dressed comfortably, for the most part.
I mean, we're going to stand up for 5 hours. No. I ain't going to be dressed in no freaking dress shoes and button up.
Nope. Bitch.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Now, they have VIP parking only here.
Do-do.
Do-do?
They do.
Do-do.
Do-do.
Now... We've been kind of wondering what the VIP entails just because they didn't say it, and we're like,
I mean, I can pull up my tickets right now.
Pull up your drawers.
We in the wrong one, we are.
No, I mean, oh, man, also,
it says VIP on my tickets.
Motherfucker.
So I can be like,
suck it.
I paid $15.
You little man, put that shit in my hand.
That's gross.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
No, I'm really not. Oh, before we even, we got here, scoped the venue, and we were looking for food, which apparently in this side of Texas, you can only pick from Mexican, Vietnamese, Indian food.
Or pizza.
Pizza, yeah. So, we looked across the street, and there's a place called Popsito's Cantina.
Which, by the way, has some bomb-ass salsa.
Yeah, no shit. And if you guys... If our Houston listeners out there, I mean, you obviously know what restaurant we're talking about, but if you're going to visit the Houston area, holy shit, please give this place a go. And...
Now, let me cut you off there for a second.
Okay.
When you look at that menu, you're going to see some high money on there.
Yeah.
Like minimum, like around $10 to $15 minimum per dish. But...
Oh my God, that's a big butt.
It's worth... At least that, because first of all, their stuff is seasoned really well, and it's like so good and like savory.
Yeah.
And it fills you up really quickly, because I couldn't even finish mine, and I was just like,
dude. And I ordered the beef fajita nachos, and normally, like, you know, where we're from, you know, when we say like nachos, normally what happens is they just throw a dickload of chips on the fucking plate and just they throw all the shit on it.
They
and
throw
it looks
a load
like
of you.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, a load of me. A
load of me.
Right. But they fucking hand make their tortillas here, like, so, and you could tell because the nachos they brought out, they had all the quote fixins in the center on a plate, and then they had my nachos surrounded. It looked like a fucking pizza, dude.
It was a beef and cheese nacho pizza.
And Jesus Christ, it was filling.
Cheese
and rice, it was filling.
I had a lot of that too.
Yeah, you did.
Ooh, man.
And we kind of made the joke as like, man, you know, we're VIP, so hopefully we'll be in the front. I feel sorry for whoever the fuck's standing behind us tonight.
Yeah, because you know those smokestacks where they shoot off in the middle of a show,
yeah,
steam and shit. Yeah, they're gonna have 2 extra front ones.
Right? They're gonna be like, who the fuck put the 2 extra air cannons in the front?
We didn't.
We didn't. So here's the fruit roll up. The full roll up for your ass. Literally for that ass.
Light up that ass.
Light up that ass.
This show is lit, man.
This lit as fuck.
That's why they broke the lighters.
Oh God. Drop the bass.
Mm-hmm. That's why you made the joke, the pegboard turds.
Yeah. It's gonna happen. Run. Dun, 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 dun. Man, I found that was a fucking AWOL Nation song. Yeah, I did, and now
I don't want to listen to it.
I know, that's the only part that I'm cool with.
Because you have to run from them.
Right. So, before we get on out of here from this first half, this is a discussion we're gonna have. What songs are you wanting to hear? I mean, you know they're gonna play like a good portion of their fucking discography, obviously, but you know, what are some of the key ones that you're looking at hearing?
I mean, given the 3 to 4 hour minimum they're gonna be playing, they're definitely gonna be playing the Nerds by Nature EP.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna play Go Berserk off of that one. Maybe Speed of Light. Probably Badass Motherfucker, or BAMF, if you want to call it. And then Move That Body, obviously.
Yeah.
Also, I'm feeling if they would be smart about it, they probably do a small collaboration of their Deep in the Night song and remixes, kind of have like the intro to the original and then break into each remix.
Yeah.
Because from what I understand, a lot of the Monster Cat artists, they incorporate other tracks from other artists into their mixes to where they kind of have like segmentations to go from song to song. So I figured if anything, they're going to have like Barely Alive's remix, Muzzy's remix, and Dion Timmer's remix of their song in there. Also, I feel they're going to do I want them to do Heartbeat, because that's a really high energy song for me.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure they're going to do some of the Pink Cloud EP in there.
Some of the songs that I'm extremely hopeful for, like, I want them to do Emoji. I fucking love that song. I remember you showing me that music video, and I was just laughing my fucking ass off at it the whole time. Hero, I love that song so much. Here It Comes, I think, is my favorite.
That was the first song I heard by them, actually.
Yeah, and of course, and that's a great. Anybody out there that's listening that actually hasn't heard of these guys, that Here It Comes is probably a really good introduction to these guys. I mean, for me it was. I think that was either one of or the first one I heard by them.
That was my first song, and then I heard Try This, and then I heard Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
And then I started hearing their older stuff like Disconnected, Frame Breeze.
Dude, Frame Breeze is so fucking awesome.
Pressure Cooker. And then they did that Coffins remix from Mr. Wives, which was really cool. It's a cool trap song. But, I just remembered. They have to do Bad Boys.
Oh my God, yes, please.
Or Bad Boy. Because that is such a good little trap song.
I want. Well, actually, I think this is one of their newer ones. Wasn't Blackout one of their newer ones?
That was on the 5-year anniversary album, and then they redid it in the EP.
And that's another one I want to hear too.
Blackout.
Yeah.
Oh no, like I hope they don't do BAMF as much, because I don't really care for the way it drops.
But if they had like pieces of it here and there.
I mean, they may do like a segment of it, but not a full like collection of the song. But I hope they do Pink Cloud for sure from the Pink Cloud EP along with Emoji, because that's my favorite song off of there. And then you wanted to see Try This on there as well.
Yes, I did.
Which is a really cool, like, secret spy song.
In fact, I mean, I've been listening to these guys all week in prep for it, and we actually we were listening to the Monster Cat Uncaged mix on the way up here, just to
which is phenomenal.
But yeah, I mean, as soon as we get out of here, as far as the actual show, we'll probably drop the rest of this podcast on here as we're waiting for the people to file out of here, because I mean, this venue holds, how much did I say it holds? Like,
I think it's 2,000.
Yeah, it holds like 2,000 people, and the venue's pretty decent size, but the parking lot itself looks
tiny.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be packed tighter than a dolphin's asshole in here.
I mean, probably a lot of carpooling people or people walking.
Kapoo.
Because, I mean, they're going to have all that parking lot probably taken up. The one right here behind is taken up.
Yeah.
I can only guarantee that.
Only guarantee.
The guarantee.
Guarantee. Me. Well, we're gonna kind of chill out and let the food settle before we start jumping around like a couple of crazy assholes.
Don't swim after you eat.
Jesus Christ.
That's why we crowd surf.
Oh God, dude. Okay, what movie was it? Did you see the new Ghostbusters? Yeah, we saw that together. Okay, it'd be like when old girl jumps off the fucking stage and they move out of the way. Like that's what would happen if I tried to crowd surf.
If it's because I'm black, is it because I'm woman? No, I'm just really mad or really pissed or whatever she said.
Yeah, I'm mad as hell.
Yeah. I don't know if it's because I'm black or if I'm woman, but I'm mad as hell.
There you go. Yeah, you know, and the location of this venue, it's almost like I wanted to point this out. It's one of those like looks like it's a really well kept secret.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you don't notice the giant fucking billboard, it looks like it's one of the best kept secrets in this town.
I mean, it doesn't look like a very well kept together place either, but we only see the outside. We haven't seen the inside.
It's what's on the inside that counts.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and get the fuck out of here, and we will catch you guys on the review portion of this one. Holy shit.
And then some.
I know. I'm fucking hot and sweaty.
And on a high of just awesome right now.
Yeah. Fuck. That was hands down probably one of the best shows that I've ever been to.
Same here.
I have been to a lot of rock concerts in my day. I have been to many different genres of concerts, and this was probably the most energy I've had at any show that I've ever been to in my life.
Yeah, especially with Alex, man, dude. He was bouncy as fuck the entire time.
Man, look, okay. People like to give, well, I say people that aren't really familiar with, you know, the EDM genre, or as far as like, you know, following it and things like that, they tend to give shows like this a bad rep,
mm-hmm.
you know. But like I said, these guys just were on point the whole time.
Yep.
They played every song that I was hoping they would play.
I mean, they started off with the one song that was my favorite. Freaking Go Berserk.
I know, dude.
That's why I was losing my shit at the very beginning, dude.
Right? But, man, oh my God, there's like so much I could just like vomit out right now. First off, the visual behind them, like the screen behind them and everything.
Yeah.
Amazing. Like I was having a lot of fun just watching that, you know, because like the songs they'd be playing, and they would have their little 8 and 16-bit sprite versions of them, so like, you know, running around looking like Minecraft and shit.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. This venue, fuck, holy shit, dude. Stereo Live, listen guys, if you come to Stereo Live and you want to really, like, and for the men listening, I have to say this while it's on my mind, if you want like a really weird experience, like something you've seen on a movie or TV, just go to the restroom. Yeah. I told Cody that. I mean, there was literally nothing that I could do to explain it to him. I was like, I just came back and I was like, dude, you have to go to the bathroom. And he was like, wow, what happened? I was like, no, I cannot explain it. You just trust me and go.
I don't think we should share with them either.
I don't know, man. I kind of want to, but...
No, you have to visit Stereo Live's bathroom, at least the men's side. That's all we're going to say here at this point.
Yeah, because, I mean... And I hope it's, like, for everything that they do and not just this one. Because when I say... Like, the only thing that I will say and kind of give it away is that tips are allowed.
Just the tip.
Just the tip. Just the tip. But anyway, back to the nerds. Where was I at? The visuals on the
You were doing
screen.
visuals.
Dude,
yeah.
Look. I saw them beforehand, and I forgot the little air pop, you know, the little smoke, the air chambers.
Yeah.
As soon as that first one popped off, I don't know if I got hit with a beer can or if I got hit with something that was covering the top of one of them motherfuckers, but I got pegged.
Yeah, pegboard.
I got pegged right in the fucking arm.
Mm-hmm.
But the cool thing about it is they are very involved with the crowd. They acknowledge people that are out there. You know, I swear Alex, like, saw us going nuts a shit ton of times.
And then he even came down on one of the songs in the middle of the barricade in the stage while we were sitting in the very front. And he was shaking hands and hugging everybody as he goes along their way. And, like, not many of them do that. They're not, like you said, they're not as engaged and involved as they are when it comes to their fans.
Absolutely. And, man, I got water. He gave me a water.
He gave a lot of people water.
He gave us water.
He was like, share.
I know, dude. I was like, yes, please. We're dying. But God, go ahead, dude.
Yeah, but the coolest part was at the very end, they allowed us to take pictures with them and talk to them, and that was like phenomenal. Like, you couldn't get any better than that.
Yeah, and they didn't have to do that whatsoever.
Oh no, they could have just went and straight go to Atlanta.
Yeah, but the fact that Alex and Mike took time out of their, night, like they could have just hopped on, whatever they came here and drove away. But
right.
They stayed for the people that stayed for them.
Mm-hmm.
There was something else I was going to mention. The production quality, like while we're on the subject of everything sounded great. The sound in this venue was really well just done. The sound was wired really well. I'm assuming the VIP has a pretty good sound, because I was looking up where the
VIP
the speakers were pointing at the VIP section, and I mean the mixing and everything was really well done too.
Oh yeah. I mean, I was just really annoyed with those first two artists or people who fuck around the system, I guess. The first guy was basically like just like chill trap kind of dude. He was just sitting there bouncing around like crazy to his own self, and then we're just like, okay. And then the second guy jumps in. He makes it a little more energetic, trying to get us involved with more, in the later for the headliner. But his set went way longer than I was hoping.
Yeah, I mean, well, truth be told, man, when we walked into the venue, the first guy was already playing, and he just was kind of standing there. And I'm not trying to sound like an ass, but like it was kind of putting me to sleep a little bit. And it was just, I think it was the music itself, because I was just like, man, I was relaxed and shit. But we were standing there from like 9 o'clock until
11.
Yeah, and then the other guy come on, and he played till like 12:30.
Yeah, which I didn't really.
Well,
I don't want that.
Well, I think what it is, honestly, it's like, you'll have to excuse us. It's like 2:30 in the morning Central Time right now. Like they literally just finished. What happened is, I think what got me more just like, it was Pegboard Nerds first off, but there's lyrics in a lot of their songs to sing along with. The other guys didn't really have anything.
No, they had like a little dubstep intro, and then it's like this random vocal lyric, and then it just drops into like a bass drop or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really anything engaging besides like the energy with the second guy I was enjoying up until a point. Then it was like, okay, 11:45, 12:15.
Yeah, 12:30.
And I'm like, everybody's like, get the fuck off stage, Pegboard. I was getting close to doing it myself.
Well, it was, and I mean, it's not, it's disrespectful in a way, but at the same time, it's like, man, I don't know if maybe something was going on with the soundboard towards the end of the second guy's set, and I feel bad that I don't know their names, because there was literally nothing on the flyer about an opening act or even any opening act. So
just transitions, I guess.
I thought that was kind of neat though, how the first two acts they didn't stop the set and then restart it. The second guy came on and took over from the other guy, and the music just kept going. So we legit got, I mean, with the exception of like the 5 minutes between the second act and Pegboard set, we got like pretty much 5 continuous hours of music.
Mm-hmm.
So needless to say, we are worn the fuck out.
As you can't tell by now.
Yeah. One thing I do want to say before we ride off into the sunset, we've never been to an EDM show like we mentioned way earlier, and this more than set the bar extremely high.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody that we go to see next has got to bring their fucking A game, because the Pegboard Nerds did not disappoint in the least bit.
Oh no.
And if you haven't gotten a chance to check out these guys on their tour, and you have a chance to, their flyer with the remaining dates after Houston is up on our Facebook page, and it's on their Facebook page. Go see these guys. I mean, even if EDM is not like your biggest thing, you will still have a good time. These guys are a lot of fun, and they're very interactive with their audience, and they know their fans. You know, they know like how to put a fucking excellent show on. You got anything else to add, bud?
No, I'm tapped out.
You're tapped out, man.
That was, like I said, that was hella stellar right there.
Well, we're gonna cue the music, I think. Yay!
There we go.
There we go. I was waiting on it, and it didn't happen. Anyway, that was the Revenge of the Nerds 2017 tour edition of the Super Media Brothers podcast. I'm Midnight Agent Raw.
And I'm Okami.
Until next time, shades on.
We're off.